Let me tell you about the climate change narrative. Fossil fuels, coal, oil, and gas are by far the largest contributor to global climate change, accounting for over 75% of global greenhouse gas emissions and nearly 90% of all carbon dioxide emissions. As greenhouse gas emissions blanket the earth, they trap the sun's heat. This leads to global warming and climate change. The world is now warming faster than at any point in recorded history. Warmer temperatures over time are changing weather patterns and are disrupting the usual balance of nature. This poses many risks to human beings and all other forms of life on Earth. What are the causes of climate change? Number one, generating power. Generating electricity and heat by burning fossil fuels causes a large chunk of global emissions. Most electricity is still generated or produced by burning coal, oil, and gas, which produces carbon dioxide and nitrous oxide, powerful greenhouse gases that blanket the earth and trap the sun's heat. Globally, a bit more than a quarter of electricity comes from wind, solar, and other renewable sources, which, as opposed to fossil fuels, emit little to no greenhouse gases or pollutants into the air. Number two, manufacturing goods. Manufacturing and industry causes manufacturing industry produces greenhouse gas emissions mostly by burning fossil fuels to produce energy for making things like cement, iron, steel, electronics, plastics, and other goods. Mining and other industrial processes also release gases, as does the construction industry. Machines used in the manufacturing process often run on coal, oil, and gas, and some materials like plastics are made from chemicals sourced from fossil fuels. All this makes the manufacturing industry is one of the largest contributors to greenhouse gas emissions worldwide. Number three, cutting down forests. Cutting down forests to create farms or pastures or for other reasons causes emissions. Since trees, when they are cut, release the carbon they have been storing. Every year, approximately 12 million hectares of forests are destroyed. And since forests absorb carbon dioxide, destroying them also limits nature's ability to keep emissions out of the atmosphere. Deforestation and other land use changes. Deforestation, agriculture, and other land use changes is responsible for roughly a quarter of global greenhouse gas emissions. Number four, using transportation. Most cars, trucks, ships, and planes run on fossil fuels. That makes transportation a major contributor of greenhouse gases, especially carbon dioxide emissions. Road vehicles account for the largest part, due to the combustion of petroleum-based products like gasoline and internal combustion engines. But emissions from ships and planes continue to grow. Transport accounts for nearly a quarter of global energy-related carbon dioxide emissions, and trends point to a significant increase in energy use for transport over the coming years. Hey, kabisa na. Jogging. Number 5. Producing food. Producing food causes emissions. Producing food causes emissions of carbon dioxide, methane, and other gases in various ways, including through deforestation and clearing of lands for agriculture and grazing, digestion by cows and sheep, the production and use of fertilizer and manure for growing crops, and the use of energy to run farm equipment like fishing boats, usually by fossil fuels. All this makes food production a major contributor to climate change and greenhouse gases. Global greenhouse gases also come from packaging and distributing food. And then number 6, powering buildings. Globally, commercial, residential and commercial buildings consume over half of all electricity. As they continue to draw on coal, oil, and natural gas for heating and cooling, they emit significant quantities of global greenhouse gas emissions. Growing energy demand for lighting and cooling, with rising air conditioner ownership, and the increased consumption of electricity for heating, for lighting, and connected devices has contributed to a rise in energy-related carbon dioxide emissions from buildings in recent years. And number 7, using too much power. Number 7, using too much power. Your home, your lifestyle, how you move around, what you eat, and how much you throw away all contribute to global climate change, and so does the consumption of goods like electronics, plastic, clothes, and other goods. A large chunk of global emission is linked to private households. The wealthiest bear the greatest responsibility. The richest 1% of the global population combined account for more greenhouse gases than the poorest 50%. Later I will tell you relate to you the effects of climate change.